Welcome to the World Trade Webcast. I'm Greg Sandler, president of ThinkGlobal.com, the B2B network for global trade leads. This week on the World Trade Webcast, our guest is Garrett Workman, associate director of the Atlantic Council and author of the newly released report from the Atlantic Council, the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership: Big Opportunities for Small Business. The report underscores the importance of small businesses to both the European and American economies. And it says it's vital that the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership negotiators not only get the details right when crafting a small business chapter, but also ensure that they address the specific needs of small businesses throughout the entire agreement. So today, let's start by discussing what TTIP is and why SMEs should care about it.
Sure. Well, so the TTIP stands for the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, and it's an ambitious trade agreement that's being negotiated currently between the United States and the 28 countries of the European Union. This comes out of a long history of well-integrated transatlantic trade and investment, and it should be thought of as more of an evolution of the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership rather than a revolution. Already, over 16 million jobs on both sides of the Atlantic owe themselves to transatlantic trade and investment, and this is an opportunity for us to go much further. And really, it's an opportunity for small businesses to take advantage of what are still the world's two largest economies: the European Union, which is slightly larger as an overall economy than the U.S., and obviously the United States itself. Right now, transatlantic trade and investment is a little bit dominated by the largest corporations, and there's a little bit of an undertone with TTIP that some people think that this is all about helping big business, but actually TTIP would disproportionately help the smaller companies, which have a really hard time negotiating and navigating the really sometimes complex regulatory differences between the two sides of the Atlantic, as well as just understanding what it takes to be an exporter. I mean, very few Atlantic American and European companies are exporting today. This would give them an opportunity to streamline the rules a little bit and have access to a much larger market. And with the advent of the internet, and it's much easier today to sort of find new customers, this would help them actually be able to take advantage of that opportunity and send them their products, their services, following the rules and making sure that they're able to expand their market. So this is a really big, as the report's called, it's a big opportunity for a small business that we should definitely take advantage of. And the reason that the U.S. and EU are doing this right now, frankly, is that both sides are still struggling to come out of this, the financial crisis. The U.S. economy is growing, obviously, a bit more robustly than the European, but still, you don't really feel that. I'm an American. You don't really feel that in day-to-day life, that necessarily everyone's jobs prospects are much better. There's still really high on elevated long-term unemployment. And in Europe, the problem is obviously that much worse, where you have stagnant growth or even still a triple-dip recession now in some countries. So this is a really big opportunity for us to sort of take advantage of that geopolitical moment where both sides are in need of a sort of deficit-free new stimulus package, which is really what trade is, as well as the opportunity to really deepen and strengthen what is still the world's most important and strongest alliance between the United States and Europe. So this would really send a strong message to the rest of the world that the U.S. and Europe want to continue to set the standard and set global rules at a high level, protecting the labor rules, environment, social protections, product safety. But we can do much better if we do that together. We can sort of set a global gold standard. So not only would it make it easier for small businesses to do business, it would also set a really high standard across the world for what we think of as the future of the global economy. So I think it's a really important opportunity that we shouldn't miss.
Well, that's a terrific overview, and it gives us a lot of context for our discussion as we discuss the TTIP through the rest of the week. That's all our time today. Please join us tomorrow as we continue our discussion with Garrett about the proposed U.S.-EU Free Trade Agreement, TTIP. For our latest schedule of upcoming episodes, subscribe to us with any of the links below and bookmark this page. All of our previous webcasts can be found right here at thinkglobal.com/webcast. And thanks for watching.